Well, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eichenberry in real life, and welcome to our pre-show for setting up for EVE Online. And let me bring on everybody here. We've got several people here who are experienced with playing EVE Online that are going to help us try and figure out how the hell we're going to fly 300 noobs out of space dock all at the same time. So we have some various skill levels here, and so really this this show is about a couple of things. I guess that this is really about organization and just figuring out what it is that we need to recognize to pull this off successfully. And so we've got a couple of people with us here. Let's see. We've got Joey, and Joey, you said you had a couple of years in EVE. Okay. And we've got Jan here. Jan, are you there?
I am. Yes, I have almost 4 years experience.
Okay, great. Jacob, how about you?
Yeah, I've been playing since 2006, off and on, mostly in production.
Okay. And Ruiz?
Yeah, I've got about 3.5 years.
3.5 years, okay. And we have Giles here who just joined us. Giles, how many years do you have in EVE Online? He's not sure. Oh, he's left. Okay, and Brian. Brian here. You've got a few years, don't you?
Since 2003 October, yes.
Okay, well, more than a few years. 10 years, dude. Wow. Okay.
Like grandfather, all of us.
Huh. We're gonna call you Grandpa.
You have Titan 5 yet?
So, and then we got Bob here. Bob, I think you said you had a few years, didn't you?
Yeah, I played a few years back with a friend.
Okay, and Addison, how many years you got with EVE Online?
Yeah, about 3.
About 3. Okay, so now we basically this. I want to get through a few things here. We're going to be about a 45-minute show, and then this will be on YouTube for anyone who can't see the whole thing, whatnot. I am watching chat on Twitch, and so if you guys have questions, you'll be able to ask them. I don't know that we're going to get to everything today, but we're going to try. So, okay, when I started this endeavor, I had no idea that that we were actually going to have so much interest, and what I mean by that is that the amount of interest, I thought we'd have a couple of people, and instead it ended up being that we have over 100 people in the group, and I have another couple hundred that said they want to be in with it. So we have 300 people that have interest. Now, I don't know the first thing. I tried EVE Online a couple of years ago. Actually, I had an account right when it first opened. But my wife got the account in the divorce. So, Marky Dragon in the game is not me. So, anyway, what... it's been so long since I've played. What is it that I need to pay attention to for, getting started? Anybody want to chime in here?
Then Neil come. Then Neil come. Would I say?
What was I going to say? Yeah. You see how we have so many people coming on and coming in and out all at one time, so a couple hundred people.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best thing to do to begin with is to either give some insight into what the best races are, and obviously like what you get in each per race that you can choose. So I can link it to Twitch now if they'd like, or it's easy to describe it if anyone else wants to go into further detail on it. But each race has their own ships and the area in which their ships are and weaponry, etc. As far as I remember, because I played quite a while back, so a lot of it must have been updated.
Marcus, if I could jump in here for a second, I think the thing that you might want to focus on first would be what's the objective? What is your goal for this group?
I think that's a good idea. So the objective here really is to just get in and play EVE Online for a month and really try and absorb it and become a part of the community. So I've tried 3 times in the past and failed, and I want to I really want to get into this game where and really be a part of it. And I identified that I was not alone in this. So I found that there are many other people who have said that they tried it and it was a little too much for them. They couldn't figure it all out, and so they just dropped it. So my thought is that by us working together in a couple of ways. One, that people who are here live that can actually participate in game with us, running through this first 30 days together, and then all of this is going to be recorded and made into multiple videos for my YouTube channel, and people who were not able to be here right at the start will be able to go through with those videos and maybe learn what it is that they've been missing and try it out themselves. So that is the objective.
So overall blending then, just into the community, that's more of a longer goal. We could have like stretch goals along the way, maybe?
Like a Kickstarter campaign?
Yeah, I guess.
No, really this whole thing, I just want to see how far we can get in 30 days. And so I figured that if I'm playing 6 days a week or whatnot for 30 days, that I should have a good understanding of the game by that point, and I'll know
Not
for
a
sure.
chance.
Not a chance.
Well, but
No way.
No. I mean, maybe in a specific thing you decide to do in those 30 days.
okay, is flying a ship the same between all the different ships?
No.
No.
Okay. Is landing at a space dock the same? I mean,
Yes.
is the currency the same?
Yes.
There's a lot of things that you guys as very experienced players, I know that this game is incredibly deep, but just to get in and feel like I'm not lost.
Marcus, I was hoping that you were going to say, I want to create the best 30 days Let's Play videos on YouTube, and then we could accomplish that for beginners. But as far as a footprint in EVE in 30 days, or getting into the community in 30 days as a new group, I don't think that's possible. I think we could hit the news just with our numbers, but I don't think that we could make an impact like that.
Well, it's not about making an impact. It's about getting into the game and playing.
I think you need to go for slightly smaller goals, just to get everyone, anyone who's new specifically, like a thorough understanding of partially of what they're doing, and then set up a little community of the set amount of people that you've got following and coming along.
I mean, the reason why we kind of have these ooh kind of things about that is that you really have to kind of specialize in what you're going to do. Only 30 days. I mean, you're going to specialize in either market trading, mining, industry.
It's not about specializing.
I think.
It's not about. It's just about getting into the game. Is that not possible to get into the game and get a feel for it within 30 days and to know whether or not you want to continue playing?
There's sort of
absolutely yes.
Yes.
You can hit every single aspect of the game within 30 days, and it's a good chance to actually figure out what you might want to specialize in if you want to continue playing it. And you can try practically everything out in the game except for some of the higher up alliance stuff, unless we actually go that route.
Well, I don't intend on being powerful and almighty within 30 days. My intent.
You won't.
I know. My intention is to just have an understanding of maybe where I want to go if I want to continue playing, and know, okay, well, I've tried these several different things. I really like mining, and I don't want to talk to anybody. Maybe that's going to be my career path, or be merchant. Working with a bunch of different people, buying and selling, or leading a large corp and controlling sectors of space or whatever. So. I think that and the guidance that I'm looking for from you guys today is there's a long-term thing. One is that all the experienced players who have said that they want to join us, we do want your help, because we're going to have a lot of players that don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're going to be just like me, because I can tell you that it's been so long since I tried the game that I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and so a little bit of mentoring.
The game has changed so much in the last that the first person, I didn't catch who that was, that said the races are different and they all have different attributes. That's gone. That's completely changed. You can be in any race starting and not have that. But yeah, let's go on that direction.
I would agree to that too.
You have to be on track for each race to specialize your stuff.
I'm sorry, say again.
Armor tanking or shield tanking or fire missiles or use rails guns and so on.
Yeah, like Minmatar and Caldari are like the shield tankers, and Amar and Valente are armor tankers.
Yes.
And so like, I would honestly say Minmatar is probably the best for like a new player combat experience, because they're fast, they have okay tanks, and they're small. They're like the best like frigate and cruiser size race, because they do frigates and cruisers the best. They go fast, they do lots of damage, and they have okay tanks.
My point in that was that it really doesn't matter what character you decide, what race you decide to create to start, as far as what, unless you're going to role play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Yep. Putting it simply, like, you can fly any of the ships anytime. You just need to train the skills.
Yes.
What you choose at the start only decides what you look like and what you start with. That's it.
Yeah, it's like half a day worth of skills you get when you start a new character. So.
Okay. So, do we need to all? Okay. So, how do we interact as a group when we are when all of us come in on Saturday? How is it that we call ourselves a group? I mean, do we all just join a newbie corp, or do we? How do we communicate with each other?
I mean, at the beginning, you are already in a NPC corp, depending on the race you have chosen. I mean, the one way would be we open a channel for it, where we meet in game. Or even we create our own corp. This is also
I would say we'd have to start a corp. It doesn't make any sense for us to do this and not be in a corp. Then
I will take care of that.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start out in a corp now. I have one question about being in a corp. Doesn't it mean that other people can declare hostile against us if we're in a corp?
Yes.
If they want, they can.
Okay. Is that going to be a problem?
It will absolutely be a problem. I guarantee it. And the only way we're going to survive as a corp, and I mentioned this to you in my initial message to you, Marcus, is that I think that we should join a larger alliance who's willing to take this group in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of the...
Yeah, come on.
Most of the this is a problem we've been having with one of the corps I'm in right now, is that because we have so small amount of numbers, you get these corps who want to war deck you simply because you're small numbers and you're easy pickings. With us, we're 300 people, so they might not want to attack us, though there will be an issue with corps unless we have someone create the corp who has skills in corp management. You won't be able to have a corp that will fit everyone who wants to join this. So you might have to have someone who isn't just starting out to make the corp, someone who's been a veteran for a while to do it.
Should we seek out a surrogate for our corporation? You know, another corp that's already up and running that has some power that can take us under their wing.
Corp, I'd love to do that with. I've been inviting you to come do that with me for a long time.
Okay, and you got cut off at the beginning. Do you run that corp, or you're just a member of that corp?
I run that corp, and we're part of the larger alliance. We also have ties into nullsec, but we probably shouldn't get into that because there's a lot of politics in EVE anyway. So we can keep this completely high sec, and that way it's fairly neutral.
And so some of the others in here, would you agree that this is a good suggestion that we go this route?
Moving toward the larger corporation is the best route.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, because Noob Corp has they changed us to some stupidly high tax if you're in a Noob Corp now, as of a couple of patches ago, and so you're better off being in a regular corp anyway. So when you sell stuff, you don't have to pay those 13% tax rate or whatever it is to be in a Noob Corp.
Well, you can change that corp tax.
Yeah, you can change it, so it wouldn't be a problem to set it to 0 or something like that.
Okay.
If you guys are interested in that, I can forward some information over about the corp and stuff like that. I don't.
Yeah.
The other thing I was thinking about this is we would have significantly less drama. I call it drama, EVE drama. We'd have significant if you put all these videos up on EVE after the 30 days was over.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's your plan or not.
The first video will not appear until after the live stream is over.
Have significantly less issues. I mean, obviously the only issues we'd have would be I run a corp. It's got 200 members in it. We're in alliance with the 250, and we rarely get war decked with those numbers. We do, but it's usually just griefers that are trying to make a name for themselves, and they literally don't have the numbers to do anything. So we don't, we're not on the radar. We don't attract much stuff.
To a certain extent, safety in numbers does come in.
Okay.
Oh, totally. If you're broadcasting this, that's going to get, it's going to be constant war deck because they're going to want to be on Marky's channel.
I know.
Yeah,
yes.
it's true.
So yeah, and I'm not 100% sure what to do about that. And yeah, so it's just going to be a fact of it, and I'll do my best to mitigate some of that as we go.
Just quickly, would it be wise to be part of an alliance if we get war decked in ISEC? They spray or picked in ISEC.
I'll tell you what. This is something that I'd be willing to do. I have plenty of ISK. I mean, I have more ISK than I'll ever know what to do with. I would, if we got war decked and we had a real contender that really wanted to, we could hire a bunch of mercenaries to aid us. It'd make some great video, and I've got plenty of money we could hire 10 at a time. It would be awesome.
Good point. Yes.
I see no problem actually live streaming even while you're playing. The only thing I suggest is just like when you're live streaming with War Z, you want to have some blackout on the screen of where you're currently located, which is normally in the upper left of the screen.
Okay.
Not just that, you also want to black out your scanner and also your overview, because you can see where someone is by the star on the overview. It says the name of the system.
Okay.
The question for you, Marcus, is do you want to keep this really, really noob? I mean, obviously, if we're going to join a corp, we have to bring in a seasoned player that can build that corp. If we join another corp, then we're going to have seasoned members playing with us.
Okay, so is it? Let me just ask you guys
and then the
overall.
other question is, do you want to?
Is it realistic that everybody's a noob, or do we need people who are experienced players in here to make this more successful?
I think we need people.
You kind of can, like you said, a surrogate person. You can have somebody make the corp, pass corp ownership to you, Marky, and then they can leave the corp, and then it's just this corp with everyone in it.
That's correct.
It's only the
or
actual founder that
a corporation for 50 million ISK that has that.
I can tell you, I don't want to run the corp.
Not it.
Not it. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got this corp, and I've got another corp that's in a nullsec alliance, and I'm not going to run another corp either.
I don't have any problem with joining a corp and letting someone else run it, and we all just be members of that, and it be a team effort. So.
Well, yeah, if you want to get the best feel for EVE, everyone being noobs probably won't be the best idea. To get the best feel for it within 30 days would be to join some experienced players.
Okay. So I think that's then one of the things I'll change, because I knew that my vision of this was not necessarily going to be how it was all going to work out once we actually got into this, and so just trying to make the best decisions possible. So I guess it will change that so that those of you who are already playing, who want to help mentor and guide this, that you bring in your power characters that you want to play with.
So we can bring in our experienced characters.
Yep.
Well, let me jump in here for just a second. This is the way I think that it would be best. I think that I like your. I didn't at first, but I'm warming up to it. I think that we should start a new corp. We can just buy one for 50 million ISK. I'd be happy to donate that. I don't want to run it.
No, I mean, it's no problem. I can create one later. It's not a big deal at the end for me.
But we can. The way that we get the blend is that we have a corp that only has the new players in it, and that corp is part of an alliance that has more seasoned players that can go do stuff.
We could also do things like just have a big chat, so like I could just sit in there with my main and answer people's questions while I'm doing other stuff on my other accounts. I mean, that's not a problem either.
Okay. I want to keep this as simple as possible as well, and we need simplicity, because just the management of everything could get way out of control if we get too much complexity.
Well, the reason I suggest the alliance is because when you're done with this, and someone wants to move out of that alliance, move to another alliance, the whole group can move together. That corp can break that alliance, the membership with the alliance. But it'll give you an ability to be autonomous in your operations and your ops as a corp, and not have all of this other confusing stuff going on with the deeper alliance stuff, unless you want to do an episode or 2 or 10 with an alliance stuff, and alliance, because that stuff is going to be much more complicated.
Okay, but should we be thrown to the wolves? Is that can we learn more by putting us in deeper right away?
I mean, I'll say like managing alliance stuff really isn't that big a deal if you don't own any Solve. I mean, the only real thing is setting up the corp is not that bad. It's like a fee to the NPCs, and then there's no upkeep cost of it after that, unless you actually own Solve. So it's really not that big a deal. You can just invite people into the corp, or make a mega corp if you want to, or be part of an alliance. I mean, the only real cost comes when you actually form an alliance. But that's not anything more complicated than just kind of paying a monthly fee or whatever it is to the NPC that takes the money.
Okay. Well, let me think about that, and let's move on to some other subjects here. In-game communication. I understand that is there like chat groups in-game?
There's
Make chat
a thing called EVE Voice in-game, but it sucks.
It sucks.
E-Voice is a very low quality, but there's a corp chat, and then you can also create your own chat rooms that you can invite people into.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to want voice, and so that's going to look like Mumble, TeamSpeak, or Vent.
Well, but we can't have 100 to 300 people all in voice at the same time. you get more than 10 and it all starts to go to hell.
Like I said with the Skype thing, you can have voice permissions as well if you wanted to.
Yes, this is possible in TeamSpeak. You can set commander, channel commander.
Yes, but
I think if you didn't have voice on it, I don't think
It'll be a lot
anyone
harder.
would want to watch. Would anyone would want to watch the video?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I do agree that we want some voice in there. That's not the thing. It's just that, if we have 100 people playing all at the same time, how do you manage who gets to talk?
You'd have to have somebody that just managed TeamSpeak, and again, not it.
Well, I mean, you can set up TeamSpeak and Mumble to have, like users and like priority speakers, so that no one talks over that person when they're talking.
Yeah, but it's all the other people that are talking when you need silence. It's like when you're shooting at the enemy or the enemy's shooting at you, you need just very specific communication. You don't want everybody going, "Oh shit, they clicked my wing."
Welcome to every FleetCom ever in EVE Online.
The alliance of fleets that I've been in, everyone's just extremely dead silent while only one person is talking, even though everyone's on voice. But you could probably just nitpick, people who you might want to be on voice.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. So I do have a TeamSpeak server currently, and so that may be an option. I'd have to probably bump it up a few more people on the license, but it's not.
You could try C3.
Yeah, it's the only way I see you being able to manage it without having to separate people in teams or groups or something like that in the TeamSpeak.
C3 is the in-game voice?
Oh, it's
No.
It was a chat program I had that one of my other EVE clans got me into, and it's free, and you can just make new channels and make new passwords. So you can have one channel for just everyone, and then you can have another channel for those nitpicked players you want, and that seems pretty legit.
Huh. Okay. Can somebody send me a link in Skype to that so I can look at it? That would be great. Okay, so now thinking about what else is going on. As a new player, okay, I'm probably going to want to set up my account the day before, get that kind of situated and everything. Is there something in particular I need to choose so that I know that I can be with the other people, or if we just randomly choose whatever, do we end up spread out all over the galaxy and it's going to take us a couple of days to meet up someplace, or how does that work?
I will say
it'll take you 20 minutes to get your character wherever we're going to base.
Okay.
At the most.
Okay.
Yeah, especially at the beginning, because you can easily autopilot a ship that's very new and small to any location. It's only until you get bigger ships and they're much slower that, travel across the stars can take hours.
I mean, no one's gonna sue second can noob ship anyway.
Yeah.
Unless they're named Marquee Dragon and they're running along.
No, you have a point.
Yeah, actually, I don't even know what I'm going to name myself since the Marquee Dragon name is taken. So,
are we going to handle as many aspects of EVE as possible?
No. The goal is to have fun.
I have looked into the thing there with Marquee Dragon, and it's not taken at the moment.
We could set up, I guess, specific team leaders for different things people wanted to do.
Yeah, I
experience in certain areas.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
It'd be easier to organise the chat channels as well.
Yeah,
we have just 2 rules in our alliance, and we abide by them. I suggest that we maybe set something up with that. My 2 rules are: 1 is have fun, and 2 is no drama.
Oh shit! No drama. All the episodes are going to be boring.
But I love drama.
Without drama, we wouldn't have been reset by HPC last week in Kennedy region.
No, I didn't say no interest, no griefing. I said no drama, so and so said so and so to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get drama with 300 people.
But yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't know how to get around that, but like me,
Well, that's what the boot button is for.
right. So drama is good, and the end of the drama is when you kick them, and that's always very exciting. So.
Well, you pot them first, then you boot them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See.
I guarantee drama will be a good video to upload.
Yeah. Okay.
But the reason I asked was because there's also Dust 514 for those who have PlayStation 3s. It's not fully integrated into Eve yet, but you can have people who play that game in your corporation, and you can talk to them in Eve to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. If we form a corp, we should put it in a faction warfare. That would be interesting. If we put them in faction warfare, then we can do aerial bombardment on Dust.
Also, that's a good idea because then we could, it kind of separates. You have your high safe area. Then if you want to PvP, you can just kind of hop over a couple systems, fight people, and then just come back, and it's really easy.
But I don't know, for 300 noobs, that I take that back. For 300 noobs going in and being in faction war, no matter where you go, you're going to get shot at. I don't know.
I think it would just
probably would be.
Yeah. Let's set this up so that we're at the highest peak of our fun factor at 30 days, and up to that point. I want to keep the complexity as low as possible because the game is so complex.
So no moon mining then.
I don't know. I don't even know what it is. So
I think after 30 days, you want to get as many people as possible to actually stay with the game and not just go as soon as the 30 days are over.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I'll probably still play, or I don't know. We shall see. But it's. I don't know. Yeah.
It really comes down to what you enjoy doing. There are people who just literally sit in stations and buy and sell items all day, and they've done that for years.
Yeah.
I don't
or
enjoy doing that.
Ship spin and chat on voice.
When I log in, I want to go and kill people, but that's just me. I know people who just love doing missioning all day, and that's just what they do.
Caviar. Oh my god.
Mining all day. Shocking.
Yeah, I do mining practically. That's what I do.
Power to you.
Christ, is mining boring.
Mine that ice. Fuel my carrier. Thank you. I don't have to do that.
Okay, so good. Sounds like I think we've got an initial plan, and we can start working things out from there. So
I have to say, I literally have 200 billion ISKs that we could do whatever we want to do, Marky.
Okay.
And fund my orca.
Fund my jump trader.
Okay, so well, it'll be fun, and it'll be good to have a few bucks. So we have some other support that's coming from outside of the game and inside of the game as well. I've been talking to Somer Blink today about them giving us some support.
Somerset Mayhem.
And
head of their place is a really nice guy. He's in my alliance.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah, they're great guys. And then CCP has given me a whole bunch of stuff to give away, and so I'll be.
They have more ISK than I do.
Yeah, well, I won't be giving away any ISK, but I will be. We will be probably once an hour giving away a new account code with the ship, and it has some other accelerators and stuff, and so on the live stream, and then in the videos as well, actually later. So I have probably enough codes to. I know I'll be able to give away one an hour for the entire 30 days. So,
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, okay, what have I missed? What have I not brought up that is a serious mistake to not know about when we start?
Whether or not you want the end of the 30 days to have any time in LOSEC.
Okay, I don't know what that means, so you have to explain that to me.
Dangerous space, but where there's pirates and stuff, and there's some things you can do down there that you can't do in high-tech.
So,
Oh my God! With 300 guys, we absolutely have to do low-sec roams.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
Oh yeah.
must happen.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Okay. So, okay. Well, I think we're. Are we good? You know, do we? Am I missing? What am I missing? Am I missing anything?
You probably would want to pick somebody who can handle the corp and run it, and then also dictate down other people who can help them out with running it. So, you know, a hierarchy of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
Just to
definitely
keep
going to
things
need
more
help.
organized versus just the chat, but also, you know, what group of players want to do more combat, which want to do more industry, that sort of thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's a comment here about APIs. There's going to be no way to filter this stuff out. We're going to get AWOXers if we allow seasoned players in. Even if we don't, it only takes a couple days to train up a destroyer. It's going to happen. The only thing that we have a response to it to pod the guy out and have a director on who can boot the guy from corp.
Yeah. So corporate espionage, insiders, all that stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Do we need to have any kind of chain of command?
So you guys will all have to watch out at the very end of this. I'm gonna rob everyone blind, and I'll be a trillionaire in game.
Trillionaire for noobs. Good luck with that.
Well, it's a joke, of course, but you know that's what always makes the news. Is oh my God, 600 billion ISK stolen, whatever. You know.
The number one thing I get when I recruit noobs is, I've got a 21-day trial. Can I pay for my game in-game within the first 21 days? And the answer is no. Give it up.
You can't.
Unless you don't
This
have
is
a
just
life.
one of those games you cannot get a large amount of anything in a small amount of time. At all.
I mean, I kind of given up trying to pay for my accounts. I mean, I have 3 accounts. I just pay for them. It's really just not worth putting in the time to try to grind the money.
Yeah, well, that's a different, you know, there's different types of players. So some who don't have the money in real life, but they have extra time, and other people who have the money and don't have enough time. So
You buy a code for Marcus and you sell it and you get $1 billion ISK.
something like that. It's not.
Yep,
Is it $1
that's
billion?
Win.
Is it that much ISK, really?
Yeah, it's about
Just
$1 billion.
about, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
$50 per about like 525 million, I think.
Yeah, you could earn a fortune, Marky.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking the hyperinflation, you know, because the last time I saw numbers on that, it was in like 300,000 or something like that, or
I
300
will-
million.
I will spend 2.5 billion. I just won a Rockwell at Summerblink. I will directly sell it.
Well, actually, like the market kind of went crazy after they banned like a ton of botting accounts, and then they changed to drone region. They used to be in drone region, you kill rats, and they drop stuff that melt down to minerals, and they changed that to this back to ISK. So they took a large
think
amount of
you're-
minerals out of the game.
I think you're confusing Plex and GTC. If you buy GTC from Marcus, you get 2 Plexes. So it used to be, yes, you're correct. It used to be about 300 million per Plex, which would be about 600 million for a GTC. But that's about $1 billion now.
Okay. So I think that let me just wrap this up with everybody who's watching, all of us new players and everything. We're going to have a couple more sessions like this that I will schedule up. If you're watching this and you're not a part of this group but you want to be, send me a message on Skype. My Skype is Marky Dragon, all one word, asking to be added to the EVE group, and I will add you. Saturday the 20th. We're starting about 8 a.m. East Coast time, and we'll probably put in about 6 hours that day. And then, and before that, we'll have another couple sessions like this. The next couple of sessions will be whoever comes in, you have some questions, get them answered, jump out for the next person to come in, and we'll figure out how to get all this going. And I will, all of these will be recorded. They'll be broadcast live on Twitch and recorded. And posted on YouTube so that everybody can see it if you're in a different time zone. And So, and I know the number one question is, what time are we playing? And so my play schedule as it is currently for myself, which means you guys can play outside, you guys can play together beyond me being online. But the play schedule is Monday through Friday, noon to 4 East Coast time, that's -4 GMT, and then Saturday about 8 to 4, -4 GMT. So that should include most of the people in Europe in pretty fair shape, and people here in the United States, unless you're able to play while you're at work, it might be kind of difficult. So anyway, okay, any parting words? Anybody think of anything needs to be said?
I really like Brian's glasses.
Okay.
We
Everyone
got
stay insane.
I did have one final question, Marcus.
Sure.
So did you decide that we, other than, set up and then the CEO leaving, do you only want to have newbie characters in the corp?
No, I actually am really kind of just my personal feeling on it would be that we join a corp that's already in existence. And but I want to talk to you a little bit more about that and then make a final decision. But that's just kind of where I'm leaning. I really want, structure, organization, and everything is so important when you have this many people. And if we get somebody in place who's our corp leader who doesn't have very much experience, then that could be really a disaster for everybody, I think.
That's a good point.
So, and we want to keep everyone as engaged as possible and having fun and everything. And experience will really show in that area. And I think that that's just not the right place for somebody who's a noob. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should join DeRuse's corp, because if we try to join like some random one, they'll probably start tax gouging and whatever, and we don't really want that on players.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding TeamSpeak, venting, etc. Are you planning to make your own one and pay it, or get people to donate to pay for it, or are we going to try and find a corp that already has one already?
Well, I don't know. What was that C-Spot or whatever the other thing that was mentioned?
But it's a matter of holding hundreds of people. It's going to be a pretty big channel.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is whether it's going to be paid for, or we're going to try and find one that has one, or people are going to donate to pay for it.
Well, if I have a TeamSpeak server right now, it will not hold 300 people, but it'd be easy for me to turn it up to that. So I don't know. Why do you have a server big enough to hold everybody, or are you looking to donate to the cause?
Yeah, if I was to start paying, I'd definitely donate to the cause if it's needed. It's just I don't have one at the moment. It's just a mass amount of people that we have coming on at the moment. We're definitely going to need one.
I can give you a NPL, non-profit license for it. I have a license left.
Oh well, I don't own the server, so I'm on a paid service right now. So okay. Well, we can figure that out offline. So okay, thank you everybody, and this is gonna be a lot of fun, and guess that's it for today. So. Videos coming up soon. More live shows, and then everybody be here Saturday or be square. So, take care, everybody.
See ya.
See ya. Take care.
All right, take it easy.
Good job.